Children can reshape your life, but the Kiefer family never expected their lives to change so much. Their son Cooper was born with multiple heart defects and has fought through several surgeries. As the Kiefers rely on help from family and friends, they're also making sure they help others in the same situation. 6 News reporter Mark Boyle has more on Cooper and his heartwarming cause.
Having everybody at home and putting everybody to bed together is by far the greatest part.
And that's a relatively new and good feeling for the Kiefer family. Cooper is back from the hospital. Cooper's struggles all began when he was diagnosed with multiple heart defects. At the time, Christy was just 4 months pregnant.
So we were aware that we were going to have that. And when he was born, they transported him immediately to Children's Mercy.
One procedure after another, Cooper has prevailed, starting with a BT shunt, followed by full reconstruction of his heart and treating pulmonary stenosis as well. Needless to say, it was a lot to handle.
The first surgery was definitely hard, but the most recent was pretty bad for him. It was a very complicated surgery. He spent 6 days on what they call ECMO, which is basically a life support. And I think for us, that was the hardest time because, unfortunately, the outlook at that point was not very good.
Since moving home, Cooper is well on the way to recovery, continuing to gain more personality and teach his loved ones a little something, too.
Expect the unexpected with him. You know, there's been times when we just go along, and everything's great, and then all of a sudden Cooper just starts being Cooper, and he decides he wants to do something else. So it's just to be flexible, too, with him.
Choosing not to think about the financial aspects of Cooper's heart troubles, now Terry and Christy are looking for ways to come up with thousands of dollars needed for medical expenses. With the help from close friends and family, they have formed Cooper's Cause, a charity to not only help out Cooper, but other families who travel in the same shoes.
It's not easy for us to accept charity, if you want to call it, and that's been the biggest struggle for both of us.
We started hearing about other fundraisers at Henry T's and a 5K and a golf tournament, and it didn't take us long to realize that we can't just keep all this for us. I mean, this was so much work for our friends and family and such a good and positive thing to do. So right then we decided that we would basically pay it forward and figure out how we could do that.
That's when the foundation Cooper's Cause was born. The Kiefers hope to help at least one family per year who shares in a similar situation. Now, as for Cooper himself, his long-term prognosis looks very good. Maybe one day even growing up to play golf or run in the very charity event his loved ones worked so hard to get off the ground. Mark Boyle, 6 News.
The family is holding a fundraiser Tuesday night at Henry T's. All the tips collected during the evening will go toward Cooper's medical expenses. You can find more information about other upcoming fundraisers on their website at cooperscause.com.